What's up, guys? It is your boy back here again with another live stream. And I think I'm gonna screenshot this. I'm gonna take this Oda and use this for a thumbnail, I guess. I like this. I love the colors. Sanji's jealous. What the hell is this thing on his head? It's just like a jewel. And then, so wait, are they like underwater or something? Usopp's over here. Air. So it looks like this is an air container. Interesting. And then we got Frankie. You have Jinbei, Robin. Usopp's running away from a shark. Zoro's sleeping. And Chopper's... Okay, I guess they're inside of a bubble. Okay, I see now. Luffy's inside of a bubble. They're inside of a bubble. Okay. Okay. Not bad, not bad. I like it. Interesting. It's interesting. Welcome, guys. This is gonna be an interesting I think I got a little bit spoiled, not gonna lie. This is gonna be an interesting chapter. We have 15 pages today. So we got 2 extra pages than we did last week. What do I think about this chat? I think before I get it, if I had to predict what will happen, I think something bad happens to Luffy, or something bad happens to somebody that looks like Luffy. It's gonna be a crazy chapter. That's all I think. I think this is gonna be one of those it's 10 out of 10 because something crazy is about to happen. So, down to the chapter. Chapter 1188 of the One Piece. Let's get into it. Let's dig right in. Hello? Memories of one fateful day. Hello? Hello? Snake! Snake! Din din din. Let me stop. Hello, respond. Grr, zzz. Hello? That's odd. Huh? Who are you? Grr, zzz. Mu is Emu. Who art thou, Nushia? Nushia. Oh, me? I am Joy Boy. Pant, pant. Indeed, Joy Boy hath long since perished. This is Luffy's smile, by the way. And yet, why doth Nushia awaken thy memories? Hell if I know! I like how Luffy can understand him. So he covers his hand in fire and goes for like a punch. But Luffy just throws his head down. Ah, he dodged. Down there. Down, down. What the hell? He got heat-seeking punch? What the fuck? It's like he has Culverin. Yo, so this is where the anti-Nika powers start to take shape. A lot of people have been saying that Emu was gonna have like a similar power to Luffy, and where he can stretch, but he was gonna be like Dark Nika. And with the power of this fire, he can just stretch himself and he ends up hitting Luffy in the back of the head. And he ends up creating an explosion. And Luffy's very angry. Poof! Damn, we're already at page 15. I had a feeling. I literally did say that we're gonna have a fight. Like, we're gonna have a lot of fight action. I literally called it last chapter. In my last stream. Swish! Behind him. Holy shit, he's fast. And then Luffy, what the fuck? So Luffy ends up disappearing. Nah, but I landed a hit just earlier. No, Luffy's angry. Luffy, I knew, dude, I knew we were gonna get some fighting, bro. I knew we were gonna get fighting. Whoa, that was close. Pant. And he fucking runs off. Yikes! It's coming after me like a homing bomb. Gum. Jet Gatling. Yeah! Ooh! Ah! Gum. Majin. Ho ho ho! It's not like I didn't see your fight with Loki. That guy's death won't be in vain. No, Luffy has Toon Force. Luffy has Toon Force! I've been saying it! Oh no, he doesn't have Toon Force because motherfucker, Crunchyroll, the second this fucker punched Kaido, it said Luffy has Toon Force. Gum Majin? He became a genie? What's happening? Dude, he has the little scar under his eye. That's Luffy. How is he doing? Dude, I literally said Luffy has Toon Force because it makes no sense for him, his powers not to have Toon Force. He's supposed to embody imagination. So he should be able to do anything. That guy's death won't be in vain. I'm alive, you moron. Kuff. Oh, so you're still alive, huh, Loki? Damn it, you. Crick. Move, Ragnar. Ambesk Brick Feast. Jinbei. Luffy, if you want us to protect this guy, then that's what we'll do. What is... Dude, how did Luffy do this? You know what? That's a stupid question. It's Toon Force. What a relief, Jinbei. I leave him to you. He's our pal after all. Who are you calling a pal, you little squirt? Alright, we got this. Focus on him. That's Luffy, isn't it? He's up against that guy from before. You're alright? Who the hell is that guy? What is this power, dude? Gum Majin. So he could just turn into anything. He could say Gum Devil then, if he so chose to. Dude, that's it. No, this is all I needed as confirmation to confirm Luffy can. He has no limits. If he so chose to, Gum Sun God, and boom, he could do whatever the fuck he... Dude, if he could turn into a genie, I genuinely believe he could turn into anything. There shouldn't be anyone... Let me see. What page are we on right now? This is page 10. Okay, we got 5 pages. There shouldn't be anyone above the Knights of God, except the 5 elders. You think he's the commander of Knights of God? I'm sure that's it. There exists no organization more shrouded in mystery than the world government, says Brook. Hey, Brook, we can pull her out now. Ah, Princess Shuri. Now what? How do you save someone who's frozen? Let's see, back when Robin and Luffy turned to ice. They were frozen once. Gunko, was it ordained that you... That Yon eyes be shattered. Gum Gum, calling Gunko Princess Shuri, you afro-haired man. Nay, it cannot be. You're wide open. Bullet! Gum Gum Bullet? Did thou not witness? Yap, what fate had befallen giant Loki? Stigma. Poof! So he's out of his genie form. Yeah, nah. Luffy has to have Toon Force because Oda's exact words were, I would be bored if I kept drawing the same thing over and over again. So he gave Luffy Toon Force so that he could literally do anything that he could think of at the moment on a notice a notice's moment or moment's notice. Yes, moment's notice. This is page 13. The eyes are looking. Bofu, Blade of the Void. So he changed his sword into the Blade of the Void. Oh no, he took it out of his thing. Oh! Dude, he took a weapon out of the circle! But what's happening to the tree? Is the tree shrinking? No. Damn. The forest withered. Now doth the view lie clear. From over here too? I know well who thou art. Nay, thou canst not be Joy Boy. Nay, thou cannot be Joy Boy. Damn, he got his ass. Wert thou Joy Boy, thou wouldst not be so feeble. The king of the world with an overwhelming aura. Break next week. Wow. Wow. Obviously, Luffy's not dead. Man. This was the spoiler that I saw. The sword of Imu going through Luffy. Wow. I'm actually speechless. I said it would be a 10 out of 10 chapter. I think this is a 9 to a 10 out of 10 chapter. There's just fighting. I literally called it. I said next chapter is just going to be a fighting chapter. It was too short. I felt it in my heart. And I didn't know we were going to get this. I saw the spoiler, a bit of this, and I said to myself, this has to be fake. I don't believe it. And Imu just giga stomped the hell out of Luffy like it was no problem. Absolutely the most, like, this is sad. I said I wanted fighting. I did not mean I wanted to see Luffy get destroyed this badly. I'm not gonna lie, seeing Imu destroy Luffy this badly if I had to rank Kaido and everyone I've ever seen in the story, I'm gonna have to say Imu is undoubtedly stronger than everybody. This includes everybody. Mihawk, Shanks, Kaido. I think Imu by himself would take down everybody in the verse. Everybody. I simultaneously, I genuinely believe that. I'm sorry. I don't see any Yonko. I don't see any Admiral. This is the strongest character I've ever seen in a series just giga stomp the main character. After all the progression, this guy feels worse to fight than Madara for Naruto, than Kaguya, than any of the, like, this is the most difficult villain I've ever seen. And the fact that there is still a sliver of a chance that Blackbeard is still possibly the final villain of the show. To see what Blackbeard will become if he has these powers. It's absolutely terrifying if that does happen. Which is my theory. My personal theory is that Blackbeard will somehow be able to take Imu's powers. With Blackbeard's powers, it is stated by Blackbeard, he has infinite gravity, the ability to absorb all things, anything he so chooses. And because this is such an overwhelming defeat that it's not even close, I actually don't see Luffy coming back from this. And I love Luffy. I think Luffy's done. I think this guy is very strong. I don't know who's coming, but this guy is strong. This is the first time in a long time since Kuma and the Straw Hats where I actually believe, I think the Straw Hats lost, guys. Straw Hats are losing this one. This is gonna be worse than what we thought with Kaido. With Kaido, when Kaido said, you know, that Luffy is dead, the only way I see Luffy coming back from this is if Luffy, before he turned into a Majin, he wished for one wish that he cannot die. Or he wished that he gets one extra life. Or something along those lines. I genuinely don't see Luffy coming back from this. I really don't. I don't want to say I'm sad, but I just genuinely don't know what I just witnessed. A slaughter. Mayhem. Destruction. Pure violence. 100%. I think if Luffy has the power of unlimited freedom and imagination, I think Imu's powers are just pure 100% unlimited violence. Pure destruction. That's it. That's it. That's his power. His power is pure 100% violence. Wow. Wow. This is a very depressing moment, I think. And the fact that Emu is saying, like, you're not Joy Boy. Joy Boy wouldn't be this garbage. Just tells me, like, yo, Luffy has to have a crazy amount. Like, dude, I could probably say right now, if there were 100 Luffys, it probably would mean nothing. If I had to scale Emu right now, I genuinely believe you could have everyone on the verse fight Emu simultaneously, and Emu would win. You're gonna have to change my mind. I know it's just one singular chapter, but Luffy is not a scrub. You have to understand, Luffy is someone who has very high will. So to imagine if this was like, dude, if this was Zoro, dude, Zoro dies here, Sanji dies here. I now realize that when Sabo got stabbed by Emu's tail, and mind you, this is probably not even full power Emu. This is like 5-10% Emu. We don't even fucking know. This is like, if I had to say how strong this Emu is, it's like combining Madara, Frieza. It's like you're combining every villain. He landed a punch last chapter in base, but in not in Gear 5. Which is depressing because it's like, yo, what the hell? Dude, I'm not even trying to glaze Emu. That he can turn whoever he wants? Like what, into, like he can turn into Majin? Like he can turn into a genie? I mean, this is amazing. The fact that he can turn into a genie blew my mind. I'm glad I didn't get spoiled on that. But the fact that he just got destroyed so casually. It's absolutely, like, dude, if Blackbeard is gonna be stronger than this, I'm actually scared of what, like, the end game Luffy looks like. I'm not even trying to, like, glaze. I genuinely think this fucker would probably, like, this guy would shit on Goku. He would shit on probably, like, 99% of anyone in anime, manga. I'm not even trying to glaze. If Luffy has Toon Force, you really have to think about it, right? Really think about it. If Emu could shit on everyone on the verse by himself simultaneously, the thing is, he used the word feeble. Feeble is like saying you're a baby. That's like calling him a he's like calling him a child. And this is Gear 5 Luffy. So that means Zoro is feeble. That means Akainu, Dragon, Shanks, Kaido, everyone in the verse is like less than 1%. Dude, if I could instantly teleport into Goku's heart, if I could instant transmission like Imu just did into Goku's heart, I don't see how Goku wins this. I want the Viztrans. I'm definitely going to reread this chapter. And I'm going to live stream it again. Because it is that crazy of what's going on here. Like, I'm not even trying to glaze. My mind right now is like, if let's say Goku is like 1,000, 10,000 Luffy's, this guy just easily just shitted on him. And Blackbeard is supposed to be the final villain, potentially? Like, what the fuck are we about to see? Oda is going crazy hard. For fucking no reason. He's gonna fucking write the craziest story we've ever seen. Full statement by Oda. Imu is truly ferocious being who managed to kill Luffy even at the peak of his transformation. How will the Straw Hats react to this unimaginable Luffy's not dead. Luffy's not dead. Obviously, Luffy's not dead. But the fact, dude, what the fuck is this chapter, brother? I'm genuinely, dude, I think King of Lightning, I think Brago, I think everyone in the community simultaneously, when they read this chapter, their minds will literally say, I don't know what the fuck I just read. I think the whole community of One Piece right now, besides Oda himself, everyone is in complete, I don't know what the fuck is gonna happen next. You know, I love a story when I can't tell what's gonna happen next. This is how I know this story is good. I don't put One Piece in my top 5 because I don't want to be biased. But this is why I said King of Lightning is wrong. His scaling is wrong. I love watching Cole. This is just wrong. Anyone who has scaled Imu before is wrong. I'm probably super wrong. This is probably, Imu probably has infinite power. And we are not even sure of it anymore. For you to call Gear 5 Luffy feeble, like if I just search up the definition, what does feeble mean? Lacking physical strength, especially as a result of age or illness, similar to weak, weakly, weakened, puny, wasted, frail, infirm. He just called this guy weak. I think there's so many things, right? Okay, what you just said. We don't know what Imu's goal is. That's true. I think he just wants to control the world. He's already at the top. The narrator is calling him the king of the world. So I think it's not even fucking close. I think Joy Boy, when he lost, I don't think it was close. I think he might have just shitted on him. Potentially. But, I mean, he is calling him weak. So, I mean, like, he's calling Luffy weak. So, like, Jesus. He has the world, but he wants the giants. He wants the military might. He wants people stronger. I think that's why he has the admirals and the knights of God, because he's just trying to like keep the world in check. He's been winning for so long. Dude, if we go back to the moral, dude, I think Imu has never lost. He's never lost. Ever. I don't think Emu has ever lost. He's never took an L, maybe. It's possible he's so strong that it's like okay, look, you asking that, Emu said before he couldn't Dami Reversi Loki or Luffy. Maybe now that he's here, he can just take him. He can maybe take Luffy, or he can maybe take Loki. Loki's not dead. I think maybe Luffy is the only one who's truly immune, because in the Road to Laugh Tale, which is written by Oda, he writes that Luffy is supposed to embody freedom. He's supposed to be like a god of like ultimate freedom. But Loki, I think Loki is immune to the Dami Reversi when he's in his dragon form, because he's like so strong or whatever. But now that Loki's weakened, it's very possible he gets Domi Reversi'd. Luffy then has to fight Loki. He struggles to fight Loki. Potentially, they need everybody to fight Loki. They potentially take the giant kids. The Straw Hats potentially lose. It's like, if Luffy gets shitted on this badly, I can see them losing. I don't think Sanji's getting Conqueror's Haki on this fight. I don't think Sanji's getting I changed my mind. I'm going back. I said 100% Sanji's getting Conqueror's Haki this arc. I think it's not fair. This is Elbaf Part 1. That's what I'm calling it. We have Elbaf Part 1. We have Rock's flashback. Elbaf Part 2. I think they're losing. I think it's a loss. And I think Sanji is probably going to get Conqueror's Haki at the end of this arc. I changed my mind. I think they're losing. I think they're actually losing. I don't see Zoro or Sanji winning. I think they're actually losing. And you know what's crazy too? What's crazy is that the Holy Knights got shitted on by Zoro and Sanji very casually. And if they win, that means the power up that Emu gives them is like it's like in a 100 times. It's like going Super Saiyan times 3. I think. That's the thing. Zoro hasn't mastered his Conqueror's Haki, and Sanji hasn't even unlocked it, but he can get it. It's like, dude, I don't think they win. I think this arc is a wrap. I think this arc is a wrap. Luffy is losing. It's over. And you know the other thing, Oda did say this arc would end very suddenly. There we go. He kills Luffy. And they take the giants. Sanji, Zoro loses. Gunko awakens. All of the Straw Hats just lose. The whole area is in shambles. Remember, they just want the kids. They only want the kids. After they get the kids, they probably just dip. And Emu is so fucking strong. He kills you. He just gonna walk away. You're trash. I'm gone. I'm going back home. I think Emu's teleporting. I think Emu's done. I think it's over. I think potentially Emu maybe Dami reverses Loki, or he kills Loki too. He's gonna definitely confirm Luffy dies. If Luffy comes back from this, I will shut the fuck up. I don't know nothing about One Piece. I'm in complete, like, I'm just gonna, from now on, I'm just gonna say, yo, after what has happened in these last 2 chapters, dude, no, in these last 3 chapters, we saw Luffy punch Emu in base. We saw Loki get shitted on. we saw and Sanchi get confirmed that he might have Conqueror's Haki, and then we in this chapter we just see Luffy fucking just get killed. No, I don't know. If someone asks me what do I think will happen, oh, I don't know. I cannot predict this story no more. I think we're getting training arc. Yes. I think this arc is over. I don't see how we win. Can you tell me how we win here? Cause I don't see how we win unless Luffy goes Super Saiyan times 5. I don't see how we come back from this. Dude, this is crazy. Look at this. No, man. The amount of screenshots. The amount of screenshots that I have here. Bofu, Blade of the... Bro. Fuck Mihawk. I used to say Mihawk was top 1. No, I changed my mind. This guy is the true sword master. Fuck sword skill. I don't give a fuck. There is no such thing as sword skill. It's just Emu. That's it. He just wins. Yeah, Luffy doesn't know his true power yet, and he somehow managed to fucking turn into Gum Majin. Like, what the hell is this? I love it. Like, dude, I've been saying Luffy has Toon Force. This is like, he's proving it with this. Cause this is not rubber anymore. This is not rubber powers. This is just hacks. Like, what is that? He just turned into, like, what is a Majin? Isn't a Majin a demon? It's like a demon genie. Majin definition. What is that? Majin literally means demon person or evil spirit in Japanese, and is often used to describe magical or demonic beings in fiction. Literal meaning in Japanese, the term Majin is composed of 2 kanji. Ma meaning demon, evil or magic, and Jin meaning person or being. So, dude, we gotta wait for the Viz translation. This is the first chapter I'm like, yo, I actually gotta read the Viz, because there's a lot of words that I have to understand who's saying what. I have to understand what Emu is saying when he calls Luffy like fragile. I have to understand when Luffy's saying Majin. I have to understand when Luffy when he does this thing, when he does Bofu, Blade of the Void, and the fact that it has the 2 exclamation points on it. It's like, what the fuck? Blade of the Void. What is Bofu? I want to search that up. What is Bofu? In Japanese, maybe. No, it means deceased father. Bofu. How would you to know the? Also, what's funny that I still want to know the power Emu has. Bro, bag is huge. So Oda said that we are only seeing the top of Luffy's imagination bag. So imagine how big Emu's bag is. He's done a spear, or he's done like this weird weapon. His weapon can pretty much transform into anything. From what we've seen, oh, dude, I just thought about something. Luffy in every depiction of Joy Boy. Let me look at the images that I have. Every image of Luffy in Gear 5, when they show Joy Boy, it's always showing a spear or a sword and a shield. It's always showing a shield or a sword or a spear. And now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, wait, so Luffy's gonna get a weapon then? I've been saying this. I've been saying Luffy will get a weapon 100%. So if I had to say what Luffy's getting after this arc, or during this arc, he's definitely getting a weapon. I think Luffy will get his powers. He will get a weapon. He will master Haki more. Potentially get critical mass Haki. What else can I give Luffy that would make sense? Dude, I had the images. You know what? I'm just gonna search it up. Luffy can turn into whoever he thinks. Imagine he turns into Emu. Shit would be funny. Look, yeah, he could. He could turn into Emu. He could turn into anything. I want to know what Bofu means. Bofu, Blade of the Void. What is, but void, when you say void definition, right? Void is like emptiness and darkness usually. It usually means nothing, like not valid or legally binding. What if this sword, and I could be very wrong, the 20 kingdoms, that's interesting. Oh, so you think he has a weapon of each kingdom? Or it's just one strong weapon from like all the kingdoms together? Cuz okay, I just had an idea with this weapon. Void, it says not valid or legally binding. What if this weapon is beyond imagination? What if it's beyond like universal? It's out. It's a 4D blade. Yes, that's what I want to say. It's like a fourth or fifth dimensional blade. Whoever it just slashes, insta dies. I could be wrong, right? Because it, like, listen to what it's saying. Void is not valid or legally binding. The contract was void, invalid, null, nullified, cancelled, revoked, rescinded. Either it just removes devil fruit powers. This sword could have like a few powers, or it could have all of them. Either it has like an infinite amount of power, which is the crazy part, and it could just one-shot anything. Or two, it weakens devil fruit users specifically. So like people like Luffy who have crazy power, it just one-shots them. Or three, it has no power and it's just really freaking strong. That's it. And that's the boring one. But I do think all these weapons have to have some sort of like power, or else it makes no sense for him to be switching weapons, right? We've seen the giant Mihawk blade, which now that I'm starting to think of it, is kind of weird he has this Mihawk-like blade. Emptied, vacant, blank, bare, clear, free. Blade of the Void. Because if once you say Blade of the Void, now we're saying things like Blade of the Emptiness, Blade of Null, Blade of Invalid, Bofu, Blade. What could Bofu mean? All of Bofu's meanings. Also, would Emu immortality and regenerative powers be more powerful if he takes it all back from all the holy knights and the 5 elders? That's another thing I was also thinking about as well, right? Because if he's... You saw he took Saint Saturn's powers. So if he can give them immortality, then he should have immortality. That just makes sense. I don't think that's a giant leap in logic to say that. If he can give you immortality, mind you, dude, I'm going to go back to the chapter. I want to go to the Viz. I want to go back to the Viz, and I want to find the chapter where Dory and Brogy get turned into Domi Reversi. I got to find that chapter. Let me find that chapter real quick. Because he says they have unbounded strength. Which unbounded, if those words are true, Versi, Dory, and Brogy. What chapter? I think yes, he's gonna take all their powers, cause remember, Emu turned into like a giant like salamander. Okay, it's chapter 1150. Okay, let's go to chapter 1150. Wow, man, we have had 38 chapters since this chapter. So we get Emu for the first time. All resistance must be quashed. Is this the best thy sleeptids can do, Killingham? So then grabs them, shoots them. Oh wait, and Emu still has the book. I forgot. Emu still has a book. Wow, so Emu has a lot up his bag. He has this book, he has the spear, he has 2 swords we've seen so far, he has this gun. How many weapons is that? Hamna. Yo, okay, Book of Conjuring. Shotgun of ultimateness. Spear of Jesus, Sword of Mihawk, and Bofu Blade. 5 weapons so far we've seen from Emu. And he could potentially take all the powers from all the Holy Knights and absorb it back and get even more power. And if Blackbeard, mind you, look, dude, I have like 50 videos I can make off of this one chapter. Yeah, his bag is insane, dude. I'm gonna have to write notes for my videos, bro. I'm gonna need a notepad. I gotta talk about all of this. Let me remove all this stuff. Let me make a note. Okay. Don't take. Okay. Emu's bag is massive. Weapons revealed so far. And dude is most likely has not gone. Yes. It's crazy. Weapons. Book of Conjuring. I don't know if he conjured that gun. Shotgun. Spear, zigzag. I'm gonna call it the zigzag spear because I don't know what that is. Zigzag spear. I'm gonna search up all the things that spear could be as well for a YouTube video as well. I'm gonna make a video of how deep Emu's bag is. Video idea. Video idea. Emu's bag is massive. Mihawk sword, Bofu blade of void, and little fire might. the little flame buds he does. So he one shot, he pretty much just blows off. I give thee the power of evil. Let me see. And then he does this: in exchange for measure of thy lifespan, thou wilt receive an okay, it says uncanny strength. Okay. It said unbound by common sense and logic. Okay, I got those two reversed. Okay, so the ability to give people powers, right? The ability to give people more power. Yo, and people have been saying that Domi Reversi Rocks was weaker. This just proves that Domi Reversi Rocks is fucking stronger than regular rocks. Homing attacks and living entities that can help. Yeah, I'm just gonna put that as like his little black fire mites that have. I'll put a little bit like more expanse, like they are alive with very good combat knowledge, I guess. Like they go for weaknesses. They go for weaknesses. Military might, according to Emo. So I called them mites because he said they're his military might. So I'm just gonna call them black fire mites because I don't know, that just makes the most sense to me. The ability to give people more power. I mean, besides hockey, aura, and everything, like he has everything that everyone else has plus hacks powers. Okay, no, but this part is crazy though. In exchange for some measure of thy lifespan, thou wilt receive an undying body. Can give immortality, uncanny strength, which I'm just gonna search up what that means. What does uncanny mean? I have so many ideas, man, for videos. Yes, I already see. Domi Reversi literally states that they get more powerful with powerful regenerate. Yes, but I don't want to name names, but some people in the community have been saying Rocks is weaker when he's Domi Reversi because he has no control of his hockey, and because of that he's weaker. And some people might even say that Domi Reversi Herald is weaker as well. Which I disagree. I think now we have enough evidence to presume precisely that they are stronger. In fact, they are more violently stronger. So uncanny means a strange or mysterious, especially in an unsettling way, unnatural strength or supernatural strength, mysterious strength. So for that, I'm just gonna put that it's like a supernatural strength. Supernatural strength. So I would assume like demon-like strength. Under fealty to Mu, thou art unbound by common sense. Unbounded by common sense and logic. So if you take this literally, logic just means physics. Common sense is physics. So for an example, I can't fly. I can't grow wings. I can't do things that I would normally be limited to. So the low ball of this is I can break my limits. Gives the ability to break one's own limit, whatever that may be, depending on the person, I guess. Or it could mean the highball is these guys break all physics in their verse. And there's no ands, ifs, or buts about it. He just breaks logic. Yes! I will watch that. 100%. I'm gonna enjoy that reaction. 100%. I was gonna play video games and stream, but wow. I gotta make a YouTube video. So I'm probably gonna end the stream in like 10 minutes at 3:30. I'm gonna end the stream at 3:30 my time, so in 10 minutes. I'm just gonna write ideas, honestly, because there's so many things. Thank you for those ideas, by the way. I'm gonna steal them if you don't mind. So one name is gonna be Emu's Bag is Massive. I think that's an easy title. Emu. I want to do a crazy, bro is gonna be in shock from Luffy form and Emu easily 100%. If dude, I'm calling it. Cole is gonna give this chapter easily a 9.5 to a 10 during his rating. He's gonna give it a minimum of 9 because it's just fighting. That's what Cole loves. He loves fighting. Yes, yes. He is stretching with his powers. It's crazy. Yeah. I want to do a very clickbaity title. Emu beats all of anime. Something like that. At once. I want to put that. I want to do that. Characters at once. I think it's crazy because people will be so tilted, but I think it's a good video. Like, I think Emu is crazy. We have not seen this guy's bag fully, but from what I could tell, yo, he's immortal. He has like true immortality. Like, he can't fucking die. Pretty much. And you know something I thought about? What if the blood that Emu had in the beginning when he transformed? Well, then again, Sommers does say, like, Emu can't be outside for too long. I was thinking every time Emu transforms, he has to sacrifice some of his life or some of his willpower or something along the lines, because it's like, why would an immortal being be bleeding and why can't he be outside? Like, what is happening here, right? Like, Emu beats all anime characters at once. Toxic video for fun. This is just for fun. And comic book characters. I think he beats all fiction characters. This guy is terrifying. Except for, like, I think Bugs Bunny. Until if I see Emu going into Oda's fucking office and starts writing what's gonna happen next, GG. There's a YouTuber named Eon that is making Luffy versus Naruto, and he's finding all the things that Luffy versus Naruto fair. Yes, I do like watching Eon as well. Eon, he's a very reasonable YouTuber. I did see his Kaido versus Madara video. It was really good. I think Kaido would win as well. I don't think it's close. I think Kaido stomps Madara. 100%. Man, I'm glad to see there are some people that actually like the content creators I like to watch. There are some people I'm like, I watch them because I'm like, I just want to hear what crazy shit they're gonna say next. I love Top. T-O-P-T, they always say crazy shit, and I'm just like, dude, no. They always, but I love watching them, even though they say crazy shit. I love their content. I I like their content. I watch Cole because Cole is very biased towards Shanks, and it's just very funny seeing him defend Shanks. I don't think he's gonna be able to. Yo, mind you, Cole still thinks Shanks beats Emu. Dude, if he says that after this chapter, I'm calling it right now. He's probably gonna change his mind. He's changing his mind. This makes me very excited for EOS Luffy, man. His potential is very insane. Yes! It is crazy. I'm EOS Luffy. That's another video. After this chapter, EOS Luffy, 100%. Yes. Yes. He beats Goku. I think he beats all. I think he's gonna be every anime character. Yo, that's gonna be my fucking take. I'm just gonna troll the community. I don't care, bruh. This is too good of a chapter. But I love listening to terrible takes. I love being open-minded in the community. Anime, what should I say? Anime versus stand no chance. Dude. Think about it. Luffy has to beat Blackbeard, who will have darkness, right? Which is void. Yo, their powers are so similar. Ooh, I should make a Blackbeard. How Blackbeard's powers and Emu's powers are similar, because Blackbeard talks about the darkness being an infinite, like, gravity, an infinite void. It doesn't, obviously, it's not like the same things, but I'm thinking here, like, because it's black, I'm starting to get like a really Blackbeard-esque kind of power, I think. Is literally the concept. That's what I've been saying! Dude, I've literally been saying the exact same thing. Luffy's power is the concept of freedom itself. I've been saying that. Like, I was talking to a YouTuber about this, and I'm not gonna name any names, but I was so surprised that they were so close-minded on the idea of, like, for an example, Ace's fire. Ace's fire is the concept of fire. So his fire can get as hot as he can imagine. That was my idea for devil fruits for such a long time. For years, I've been thinking to myself, what if every devil fruit is just the concept of the devil fruit, but to an imaginative state? So, if I'm a Sandman, I am beyond sand. Therefore, like, I can make sand that is hot or cold, or I can make anything. Essentially, it's crazy shit like that. Yes, the coming from dimensions. This is something I also brought up as well. Like, if they're coming from different dimensions, wouldn't that means that these powers are like, they're on a, like, a 4D plane. They're above space and time. They break reality. They can make things that we've never seen before. Stuff like that. Yeah, man. Devil fruits, man. I think I already made that video, but I think I gotta make it into like a short or something. Are much more powerful than we imagined. Will probably be the name of the video. Yes! I do believe Kizaru can go beyond the speed of light. I don't think he's just limited to light. It makes no sense for him. I feel like I have a YouTube video where I talk about this. Let me look. Can I want to search across your devil fruits. Do I have a devil fruit? I do have a devil fruit video. You see it?
What is a devil fruit?
My editing has changed so much. I'm gonna like my own video.
Something that is within their plane of existence. Well, according to Vegapunk.
And why does hockey affect devil fruits? I think that one is probably gonna be a more simplified explanation. I think devil fruits are gonna be very complicated. Yeah, in my video, I already talked about this. Devil fruits live in their own realities dreamed up by someone long ago.
From other universes. So we're dealing with something.
Devil fruits are manifestations of different aspirations for human evolution.
That essentially is not of this world. It is beyond their dimension.
If only I could do this. If only I could do that. Their powers represent divergent possible futures for humanity. So yeah, any predictions how Emu's leaving the island? I think he's just gonna teleport back. By prediction, yeah, I think Emu's gonna just blink out. I think he's gonna go back to the castle and then he's just gonna teleport back. I think it's that I think is simple. I don't think he will do it complicated.
And hence why
their powers represent divergent possible futures.
Stated that devil fruits are on a concept based.
You see, like I said the exact same thing you said here.
Fruits are on a concept based kind of power.
Concepts are mental representations that allow us to categorize, understand, and communicate about the world, and they can be classified in multiple ways, including concrete versus abstract, natural versus artificial, and simple versus complex. I predict that Emu leaves with the Holy Knights, but leaves a last present that he turns Loki Dami Reversi. It's possible. It's possible. It's possible. Everything you just said, I agree. 100% it can happen. I think it can happen. After this chapter, anything can happen.
Right? For an example, someone dreamed of being a jacket. What does that really mean? Well, that could mean the jacket keeps you warm. It could mean the jacket can make you look cool. Or in One Piece's case, it could mean that you take on the strength and power of the...
Yeah, the jacket no me. I think I could make another video on this.
Person who became the jacket and potentially become twice as strong. So my point is, this is just one small aspect, but if you look at all the powers in the world,
yeah, Tutsuru ate the washu no mi that allows her to literally wash and hang out to dry people and objects as if they were clothes, turning them into flat, malleable like fabric. This disables the opponent by rendering them unable to move. This power can also clean a limited amount of evil off the victims, which is considered a dangerous ability against pirates. Like, this ability is broken when you think about it. This is a concept ability. Like, this is the definition of an ability being a concept. She has the ability to wash away evil and turn you into fabric.
Their verse in the One Piece plane, their powers have always been crazy strong. It's just
I did it. I put the same part again.
Of, like, Gojo's and
yeah, this is another thing I was saying. The reason why the One Piece universe looks so weak is because people compare it to like JJK's powers or JoJo's Bizarre Adventures powers, where like they can slow down time or stop time, or they have infinity, or they have Maharaga, and Maharaga can pretty much turn into anything.
Infinity, or Sukuna's, you know, slicing ability that can slice through everything, or you're comparing it to all these broken powers in your head that you've seen from other anime.
Yeah, and then you start to think it's garbage. Like, for an example, Tutsuru's ability would work on Sukuna. If Tutsuru could grab Sukuna, she could turn him into clothing and wash some evil away from him. Obviously, he might be just the embodiment of evil, but she has the potential of doing something like that.
It's not that amazing, but if it was Luffy who was controlling some of these garbage-like powers, he'd probably be #1 still, right? You have to.
I changed my mind. He's not. He's definitely not #1.
Fruits are based off of one's own imagination.
Hope y'all enjoy. Like and share.
Yeah, I continue on with the video, but that's pretty much my idea of like what I think about this video. It didn't do as good as I would want it to do, but I got 684 views from it. It is kind of long because I'm like going down the idea of like, okay, what is this really? But it's like, if I had to make another video on this, I don't know. I don't freaking know. That it's a pretty big like thing to talk about, like Vegapunk, Delph Fruits, concepts. Are insane. I have seen them survive the explosions that cover part a mountain, or explosion covered. Dude, we literally saw Brook 3 chapters ago or 2 chapters ago literally survive getting struck to the head with a sword. Like, what? And he's fodder. Like, he's Dookie pretty much. Like, it's crazy. I should respond to these comments. Fly. But dude, no. I think I'm gonna end the stream. Man, I appreciate talking to you, bro. You're my first real chatter ever, and honestly, it was a really good conversation. I'm gonna be working on some videos, and I'll be watching Cole's reaction to the chapter with you. So I don't know if you're gonna be watching on Twitch or YouTube. I'm probably gonna watch on Twitch because I think he like stops the stream on YouTube. So I'm probably gonna be watching on Twitch. That way I can get the whole stream. But yeah, I'll catch you some other day, man. I'll catch you some other day, and in these next 2 weeks, since we have a break, I have a lot of videos to be making. I have a ton of videos to be making. I'll catch you some other time. I'll call you Jax, if that's okay with you. So I'll see you, Jax. I appreciate the talk, man. It was really good talking to you, man. I'll see you around, and I hope you have a nice day, man. Peace and bye-bye.